any minute now. Refresh. There we go. I will hit refresh on the thing. Am I live? Looks live on screen. Explanation mark. Tweet in the chat. To wake Nightbot up and see if that'll work. But I think we're ready to go. What's the Chinchow? LanturnJoe here, and welcome back to another episode of Lanturn versus the World, a series where we take on Pokemon with only Lanturn in our team. Today, it is time to take on. We are going to be taking on Pryce and Chuck. We are here. We're going to be also doing our shiny Pokemon, so we're going to be looking at what shinies we get for the red Gyarados. That is a thing we will be doing today, so hopefully everything should go well with that. We should be streaming for about 2 hours, roundabouts, so come on out, enjoy, and hopefully you're ready to see the madness that is Lanturn versus the World. I don't know what we're getting ourselves into, and I don't know if we're ready for it, but let's see what we get ourselves into this week. My Lanturn on this save file, this is the unrandomized save file, is Joe the Lanturn, level 32. We have the stats here. We have Surf, Spark, Supersonic, and Return. We're level 32. And there's his stats there. Oh, Nightbot is looking up. Okay, and I will tweet out the stream. There we go. Close that. And we are ready to go. So today, we're going to head towards. So we're going to start by heading towards Route 42 and, of course, the Lake of Rage. That's where we are planning to go. I do have the ability to surf now, so I am actually quite. Well, I could have got here earlier. I could have. There's nothing stopping you from going through Mount Mortar and actually going to the other side of the cave. That you could have. I could have done that at any time. I just didn't. There's an X accuracy there, but I don't really care about that. Hello to Gaming with Chew. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing today, Gaming with Chew? I am doing very well. I've just done my yearly tweet to Trojan Horsey. Happy birthday to the Trojan Horsey wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your PokeTuber Spotlight series and allowing me to actually continue on the PokeTuber Spotlight in your name. I said I tweet to him every year, hopes that one day he'll respond and say, well, thank you for keeping the PokeTuber Spotlight going, but he never does. But it's just something I like to do. It's something I did with. I said happy birthday to Jordan as well every year. But when it's his birthday. Before I realised Pokemon Royal version was a thing, and now I have a perfect way of actually saying, keeping in touch with Jordan, by playing Pokemon Royal version. Hint: new Royal version comes out tonight after the stream. Hello to Phil, who's also here. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Did you enjoy Power Zone last night, Phil? Let me know in the chat. I really enjoyed Power Zone, but then again, I'm the person who actually is. I'm now actually part of Power Zone again, and like unlike the week before, I was just supplying my voice for the clips of the vault, and of course also my Roadie Roulette tracks. But now I'm actually part of Power Zone again. It just feels like it's more. This week's episode is more mine and Daniel's creation rather than the last episode, which was just Daniel's. So I really feel like this is more my creation. I would love you to be part of the Pikachu Spotlight sometime. I would love you to be part of the Pikachu Spotlight again sometime. Yeah, I would absolutely love that if you were part of the Pikachu Spotlight again. I don't know if you'd be willing to come on for like an interview sometime. We could probably sort that out, Michael. Sometime, because I really want to get your channel out there. I really want to help. I really want to help Poketubers discover. I want to discover the next batch of great Poketubers. I know the next Vinny is out there. The next Asteroid Mania videos is out there. The next King Corfish. God knows I hate the guy, but and we have a little rivalry between the two of us. But yeah, I know the next generation of great Poketubers is out there. I don't know who it is, but I would like to say I discovered them. I found that next generation of next great Poketubers. So, and if the Poketuber Spotlight is a great way to do, I think the Poketuber Spotlight is a great way to do that. Anyway, it is time to face the Red Gyarados. Because we made it here, and I actually haven't had to face that many trainers. I've actually been avoiding trainers. Because we just didn't need to face them. Now, I actually need to catch this thing, because I kind of actually need someone who can learn Surf, Waterfall, and Whirlpool. Lanturn can learn Surf and Waterfall, but he can't learn Whirlpool. Oh. So I can't. I need someone who can actually learn Whirlpool, because I'm going to be needing to go deal with Whirlpools later on in the game. So I need to catch this thing. Hit yourself. Oh, come on. You never hit yourself, do you? I need to catch you. Surf. Will Surf do a lot of damage? I don't want to kill it, you say. I don't want to kill it. I just want to weaken it so it will actually catch. Wow, Surf does absolutely nothing. And you are hitting yourself, so that's good. We'll return. I don't want to kill. No killing. Criminal, no killing. Well, it's needed to catch Lugia, which we don't need to do. But it is needed to catch. It is needed to deal with the Dragon's Den, so I will need it later. I need to deal with the dragon. I'll need to deal with the Dragon's Den, and I'll need to actually have someone who can learn Whirlpool in order to do that. One, two, LanturnJoe. Oh yes! Whirlpool is needed for the league, yes. Waterfall is needed for the league, yes. Lanturn can learn Waterfall and does benefit from having Waterfall here in Gen 2. Sadly, he does not benefit from having it later generations. Once we get past the physical special move split, when we get to Platinum, for example, I will not be teaching Lanturn Surf. No, I'll be teaching Lanturn Surf, but I won't be teaching Lanturn Waterfall, because it's just not worth it. He is not... he is not a physical attacker, and when Waterfall becomes physical and he becomes a special, it does not help him. I like it too. I really do like the fact that they just hand you a shiny. I mean, I think it's just to show the fact that shiny Pokemon exist, and they want to, they want you to say, "Ooh, shiny," and go and hunt that. Go and hunt more. I wonder if there's more of those things. So I like it too, but I feel like the Red Gyarados is sort of a bit of a given shiny, because now it's a bit generic. I mean, shinies technically did exist in Gen 1. Not like sprites, but the idea idea they had for shinies still existed in Gen 1. Believe it or not. So, that is a... Wait, that goes back down to the other half of the cave, doesn't it? I will bow you then. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. I named my rival COVID. In about 5 years, when I'm playing through Pokemon Sword and Shield on the Lanturn versus the World, that's going to make no sense at all. Well, I think it was cut on, I think it was cut so it could be played, so they could actually play on the original Game Boy back in the day. Because they didn't want, you didn't have to change games. But like because Shiny had a certain, I think they were called DVs back then, that made them special. So when you if you caught a Mon in Red and Blue with the right DVs, you could actually get it. It would actually, when you trade it over to to Crystal, or Gold, Silver, and Crystal, it would be shiny. That's the only way you'd know if you had actually caught a shiny in those games, though. Yep. In 5 years, Britain will have moved all its businesses online. We'll be living in a cashless society. Meaning, in other words, like a £5 note will just not be a thing anymore. No one will have... Well, no one has £5 notes these days anyway, but like, no one will have notes or pound coins or anything. They will all be, cashless society. And it's all because of the dark times. It's all because of COVID. I don't think I don't think this is going to be like it's going to happen immediately. I think it will happen. It'll be a slow transition over time. It won't happen immediately because people will still want to use cash. They'll, will still, rebel against it. Yeah, COVID will... I'm hoping COVID will be gone in 5 years. I can't say anything, touch wood, for COVID to be gone in 5 years, but the remnants of what the society that COVID will leave us with is going to last for years. And I think cash is going to be one of the first things to go because of the remnants of what happened in a post-COVID universe. So there won't. So you won't need pound. The most you'll need a pound coin for in about 5 years' time is to still get a trolley at Tesco's. That's the most you'll need a pound coin for in about 5 years' time. I mean, I still carry cash, and it's still kind of a useful thing to have around, just in case you need bus fare, for example. It's always a useful thing to have around. It's just that now we have to have exact change to get on the bus. You can't. The bus driver won't give you change anymore. Now, the question is, do I go and push the buzzer, or do I... I go and push the buzzer. I was going to say, do I go and use this as an opportunity to keep grinding, or do I go and push the buzzer? No, I go and push the buzzer. I go and face the scientist and push the buzzer. That's what I do. I can't get a bus pass just yet. I'm not old. Well, I'm not old enough or not disabled enough for a bus pass. And the bus app is good for when you need to buy, when you need multiple tickets. Like you need it. You actually are going to return, or you're going to use multiple bus journeys throughout the day. But if you're just going on one bus journey, you need cash still. You still need to ask for a single. That's still a thing. Even in today's society, it's still a thing. You still need to ask for a single. But if you're going on the bus multiple times, that's where you can use the app and stuff like that. Especially around where I live, you can't buy a single on the mobile apps. This is probably going to be one of the easiest checkpoints of the game for Lanturn here, because everything's really low leveled, because they expect you could take this on at any time, or they just make it seem like you could take it on at any time. There we go. A secret switch. I better press it, and that takes off all of these darn annoying things. They will not work anymore now. I don't need a max revive. I can't even use max revives in this challenge. I can't use max revives because basically, well, if I lose my Lanturn, I've got to lose and I have other Pokemon in the team. I've got to lose them as well. And run back to the Pokemon Center. I mean, my mum is terrified of of coming into a cashless society. My mum's is. I'm just going to come out and say it. My mum is terrified of technology. Terrified of the advancements of technology and where technology is going to go in the next couple of years. I mean, she's a huge fan of Star Trek, but she's still scared of where technology is going and wouldn't want to live in that generation. It wouldn't want to be part of that next generation where technology is better, you know? I mean, there are some technologies that I don't really feel like I want. Like, for example, flying cars. I don't want them. I don't feel like we need them. I don't think it's a thing that needs to necessarily exist, to tell you the truth. I know that it's something that's being planned in the next couple of years to have like flying cars and stuff like that, but I just don't think it's necessary to exist. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I'd like robots to be a thing, but like, the question is, what do we need them for? Because we don't really need, like, you don't really need someone to go make you a cup of tea. You can make yourself a cup of tea. You don't need a robot. You don't need a robot for that. That is not a thing that you need a robot for. Yes, I remember those days where they had things on TV you actually wanted to watch. Now we have like loads of channels and still nothing you want to watch. Like we almost have like 100 channels, whereas most tellies have Freeview built into them. And, well, there's still nothing I want to watch on them. Oh no, it's a grass type. Yeah, let's not become lazy and rely on robots for everything. Also, I will say this right now. Let's also not do what Japan, and let's not have things like Japan does. Because, like, Japan has loads of robot things. Like, robots are part of, like, Japan, like, society, even today. They even have, like, you can even get robots that you can have casual encounters with when you're in Japan. So, you know, I don't want them to exist. I mean, they kind of already are existing, but like I really don't want. I would never get one of those. I hope I never find a need to get one of those casual encounter robots. Yes, there's life-size Gangnam. Yes, they made a giant Gundam. Yeah, Gundam in Tokyo last year. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere in Japan right now, and it's massively huge. It's huge. I don't know if it's actually like fully functional or anything like that, but like it's a thing. It'd be weird if it was fully functional. I think it's just like a statue or something like that, but it's a massive robot, so. Ooh, a Ditto. If this was if this was a generation where imposter was a thing, that'd actually be a pretty scary mod to me, because I'd be facing myself in that situation. But I can probably pretty much kill it because I don't need to worry about it. I can get it before it transforms into me. I actually have to talk to you guys. Yes, real humans are better than robots. It's just that some people can't get real humans. Right, so we've got the 2 passwords. What is this? Oh, it's Great Ball. I can actually pick that up. There's an item back here, and I can actually pick it up. It's a Persico berry. I think I have to fade. No, you turn, right? You turn, but like you turn very fast, so I would never be able to I'd never be able to get past you. I'm not so sure about time machines. I mean, I'd like them to exist, but I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I've had this idea for a few years now that we could go where we had we had the ability to go back in time, but we could only go back in time for observation purposes. So it would be, you can't change history, but you can watch it happen as it happens in like a bubble. For educational purposes. And you can't leave the confines of the bubble. Or you can only... and, you know, historical people wouldn't know there is the bubble's even there, so you can't, you know, interact with historical people. There would be a bubble. And that's how you see that's how we actually see history in the future. That way we can't change history, because we shouldn't be changing history. Because there's just too, it would be messing about with too much. You'd be messing about with too much, and you wouldn't be able to, you know, you might even stop yourself from being born. If you just don't know what you're messing around with when it comes to history. But I am a full believer in, if we don't learn from the history, this is why I'm saying this, if we don't learn from the history, we're doomed to repeat it. I am a full believer in that philosophy. And we're pretty much going to be repeating some of we've already repeated some of the history that we've already learnt in the past, that we should have learnt. Yeah, that's why we can't. That's why I'm still saying the bubble theory is a good idea, because you can't leave the confines of the bubble, and you can only educate you can learn about history through the bubble. It's sort of like a way of looking at like history books. Yes, exactly that. The Spanish. There's quite a few similarities, and if we'd truly taken on the lessons of the Spanish flu, we might have been able to figure out what we're doing wrong with, the current times. And the same with like wars and stuff like that. I mean, if we could go back in time to last year, to 2018, when 2019, when COVID was discovered, and locked the world down, so we didn't have to deal with this. It would be better. It'd be great, but like, I don't think we'd ever get the opportunity to do that. I much more prefer the Sacred Gold Soul, the Hot Gold Soul Silver thing when it comes to this, because you follow the Murkrow around, and it actually, like it's a parrot, And then in Sacred Gold Storm Silver, it's not a Murkrow anymore, it's a Chatot. Which actually makes sense because that's an actual parrot Pokemon. Right, I probably should heal before doing this. Lemonade. There we go. Yeah, I would like us to learn for 2120. I don't know what the hell's going to happen in that time, but like I feel like there'll be so much. The world's going to be so much different in that year. Yes, I think it was to do with colds, not to do with the current dark times. I mean, you should wash your hands and stuff like that when you have a cold. I always get colds, though. That's one of my things. I always get colds. Like every year, I get a cold. I actually haven't got one. I didn't really get a huge one last year. Probably because of lockdowns. But in previous years, I have been out of commission because I've had a huge cold. Well, then I was out of commission for a couple of days. I've had that before. These days, not so much though. But that's possibly because of lockdown. And apparently, because of lockdown, the flu's at an all-time record low these days. So I guess, really, in a way, lockdown has its advantages. As much as I don't want to say that. Oh no, it's a grass type. Return, come through. Oh, that does about half. Criminal live. Criminal live. Thank you. I mean, it's only Absorb. It's not Giga Drain or Mega Drain. We can beef and Absorb these days. But grass types are always going to be scary. Until I get Ice Beam, it's always going to be scary. And I know where Ice Beam is in this game, so I need to go and get it. But I can't get it yet because it's in the game corner. It's in the game corner, and you need 4,000 coins to get it in order to get the move tutor to teach it you. So it's a lot to ask, and that's where you get Thunderbolt as well. So I might need to devote an episode to it. Scotland Rocks is an absolutely fantastic radio station. I fully 100% agree that Scotland Rocks is an amazing radio station because the fact is, basically, they can, last night they played, after the show, they played Sabbath and then Maiden, and that was before I turned the radio off. But they were playing excellent music both before and after our show, so it made me feel like we were actually at home there. Like our music was actually wanted there. Because on Callum, it's not really the same. I've been to Scotland. Although I will admit I was 2 when I went to Scotland, so I have no idea and no recollection of it. But I do know that I have been to Scotland because my mum has told me that I've been to Scotland. But I was 2. My mum has told me weird things that I have done when I was a kid, and I remember absolutely none of it. some of the some stuff I do remember from when I was a kid, but like not, you know, barely anything. It's like a fraction of the stuff that actually happened to me when I was a kid I remember. Hey, HMO 6, that's Whirlpool. We need to actually teach that to Gyarados. Of course I will continue doing the being a Pokemon trainer. Silly Lance. I mean, I've already made it all the way here, so why were you asking me if I wouldn't actually continue the journey? I've got family in Wales too. Well, I say that, you know, that's where my big... I've got other family in Wales too, so... I mean, apparently, according to my mum, and she's the one who's doing... She's, like, huge into family history. At this moment in time. Apparently, I have family in Australia. I know nothing about them, but apparently they exist. So, there's a thing. I have family in Australia. Like cousins and uncles and stuff like that. I didn't even know that exist. I have those in Australia, but I've probably never seen them, and I will probably never see them. But they exist. They are a thing. I like that too. You know, they should have had names to begin with. I sort of now, because I wasn't, you know, Gen 2 wasn't my starter game, wasn't my first taste of Johto. I know Petrol, I know Ariana, I know Proton, and like I will just address those people as those names. Will you wake up, please? Criminal, please wake up. Lanturn, please wake up. I mean, I kind of have to face all the trainers. I kind of have to... Come on. Criminal, wake up. Come on. Is this like Gen 2 you won't actually wake... Is this like Gen 1 where you just won't wake up? Oh, there you go. Finally. That took like 6 turns. I think that's how I have to do it. Yeah. And then I hit to go up there. If I remember correctly. Swinub is easy to beat, though. Swinub is easy to beat. You have another Swinub. All right, fine. I mean, I can beat Swinubs all day. There we go. Beat Swin up. It's down here, then across. I think I... Yeah, I am going the wrong way. Let me try that again. Oh, of course. I don't need to go up. I need to beat you, and then I need to actually I'm remembering this now. Oh, come on, Shelder. There's no need for you to protect. It's just your doom that you're evading. Come on, Shelter, there's no need for you to protect. Stop this. I have heard the theory where Ariana is Silver's mum and Giovanni might be Silver's dad, but I don't know if there's many Pokemon theories around the Pokemon community that that Nintendo and the Game Freak and all the other stuff will probably never admit to being true. So we'll probably never find out if any of them are true. So we only just live in rumors for the rest of our lives. Secret to Pryce's power is he meditates under waterfalls daily to strengthen his mind and body. No, that's Chuck. Chuck does that. Okay, I've made it to Pryce. We are about to take on Pryce and get our next gym badge. Oh, so Giovanni was confirmed as Silver's dad. Pryce, you do realise that Team Rocket was was in your village and you did nothing about them. And for that I will never forgive you. Now, you could have done something. You had the ability to stop Team Rocket and you did nothing. You had to rely on the Elite Four to actually do your job. And not just the Elite Four, the champion to do your job. You could have done this. It is the gym leader's job to protect their gym. That is their job. Not just to protect their gym, but to actually protect the town they live in. Or at least that's what I believe their job is. You know, because they're the strongest trainer in that town. So it is sort of right for them to be like the mayor and the chief of police and everything. So if something goes down in their town, it's the gym leader's fault for not dealing with it. as am I, Phil. I have already decided that 2021 was a write-off. But I sort of like to call it a year in lieu. We got our gym badge! Yay! And on that note, it is time to switch over to Pokemon. It is time to switch over to the randomized version of the game. So, Chris, you have done well. Joe, the Lanturn, has done amazing work. And now it is time to switch over to the randomized version of this game. I hope not. I hope they won't be cancelled again. I hope December is a thing, and December actually, the world is a better place in December. I hope the world is a better place in December. This is our version of Criminal over here on the randomized side of things. We have Surf, Spark, Confuse Ray, and Flail. We are level 38. And I actually don't even need to go and catch the Legendary, but I want to go and find out what it is. We're going to be going to, on this save file, we're actually going to be going to face Chuck. But before we deal with Chuck, I want to go and get my shiny first. And then next week, we are going to be going to face Jasmine on both files. So, next week we'll be doing all the things we can to make sure we are ready for Jasmine, and then the week afterwards we'll be dealing with the 7th. We'll be facing Pryce here, and then we'll be facing Chuck on the other save file. And then the week afterwards it will be all out for Claire. We'll be doing the Radio Tower and Claire. All in one stream, in both save files, hopefully. And then we'll be taking on the league, there'll be a league in one stream. And then it'll be on to Kanto. And I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing Kanto. I feel like Kanto is going to be a breeze, like a walk in the park for Lanturn, because he's going to be really high leveled, and the gyms aren't going to be that high leveled, so it's going to be like, we might as well just do all the gyms in one stream for Kanto, for the randomizer, and then the week afterwards we'll do all the non-randomized gyms. And then we'll do a stream where we take on Red. And then we'll be moving on to Fire Red. We'll be moving on to Leaf Green. I wonder what my shiny will be here. Because I think I have done the settings to make sure it is actually something different. I have made sure of that. The one thing I will always remember about Rattata and I will always tell this story. Every time I run into a Eradicator or a Rattata, I always tell this story. A couple of years back, I was playing Pokemon Christmas. I was playing Pokemon Christmas. Yes, I was actually like testing it out to see if I enjoyed the game, and I ran into a shiny Rattata, and this was before I even had Pokeballs. I ran into a shiny before it was even available for me to get Pokeballs. So I had to hack in shiny. I had to hack in Pokeballs in order for me to catch it, because I can't leave a shiny. It's a shiny. I couldn't just leave it there like the ultimate cock block. Are you a Lapras? No. Oh, that's Rapidash's cry. Okay. Well, I want to confuse Rayu. It's a Ponyta, not a Rapidash, Joe. But I still want to confuse Rayu. Thank you for hitting yourself. Can I flail you again? Oh, I don't know if I can flail you again. Please don't die. Please don't die. There we go. Okay, I can't hit you again then. I've got like one shot at this. Just in case you actually like break out and accidentally hit yourself in confusion. One, two, LanturnJoe. Yay! We caught the Ponyta. Ashley. And Lanturn obtained the red scale. There we go. Now we're not actually. I'm just sorting this thing out so I don't have to go back here when I'm doing the red. Scale. So you'll go away, and now I can go and deal with the actual thing that we're supposed to be doing. Now we'll go and face Chuck and deal with the lighthouse and stuff like that, because otherwise we're doing the exact same thing over and over again. I just wanted to go and get my shiny. And we'll totally leave Lance in the loop for 2 weeks. Like, yeah, we're going to help you. 2 weeks later. Oh, you didn't need my help? You're 2 weeks late. That's you done with. One thing I will tell you guys, never go in this gatehouse. if you do, well, before you deal with Team Rocket, never go in that gatehouse. If you do, you'll get charged £1,000 every time you go through there. It's just not worth it. Go through the grass, or jump down those ledges there. If you're trying to get to the lake, go through the grass. If you're trying to get jump down the ledges, go jump down the ledges. Don't go through the gatehouse. Go through the gatehouse later, because if I remember correctly, I'm remembering this from Heart Gold Soul Silver. You get the TM for Sludge Bomb there. I don't know if you get a TM for. I don't know if you get a TM for it in these games, but I do know in Heart Gold Soul Silver you get the Sludge Bomb TM, because the gatehouse guard, the guard who's guarding that gatehouse is like, "Oh, thanks for saving us." So it's nice to get that gift, but like you don't need it now. You can't get it now. It only brings you pain and suffering now. I'm not sure. That is one of the things that I do not know. I do not know what happens if you don't have one. If you don't have £1,000. Hello, welcome Raiders. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. To who is this person who is the person who is leading this raid? I want to know who is. Tell me your leader, and I will. If someone could like link their channel down in the description below, because I feel like I should probably go and like subscribe to them and say thank you. So thank you to Pryce, thank you to Lucario Master 2007, thank you to Ascaris, Mal Explorers, thank you. I think Oakkeeper Grey, thank you. Stone Family 64, thank you very much. Miles History, Jesse Alexander, and Kieran White, thank you very much. So thank you very much to Mars Explorers for the raid. Thank you very much. Welcome to my channel. I am LanturnJoe. This is a series that I've been doing. This is a series that I am doing. It's a stream live series where we are basically playing through Pokemon Gold, Silver. We are playing through all the generations of Pokemon games, but we're starting with Crystal, and we're doing it with just a Lanturn. That's all we're using for this challenge, just Lanturn. Today we are taking on Pryce and Chuck. We've just taken on Pryce. We are now going to take on Chuck. I have a randomized copy, a randomized version of this game, and a non-randomized version. This is the randomized version. I probably might faint a lot, yes. Especially if we run into grass types. We've ran into grass types quite a few times, and I have had quite a bit of trouble dealing with them. I will admit it has been quite an adventure trying to deal with grass types, and we are still having quite an adventure dealing with grass types. Oh, hi, Suicune. Wait. How come you're about? How are you about? I swear you shouldn't be about. I'm going to run. But, like, you should not be about. But, like, I can understand that why, like, Entei and Raikou are about. But, like, why is Suicune about? Suicune should be in the tower. Because I know that's where you're supposed to find the actual games. Thank you, Phil, for going to find his channel. Oh, yeah. Yes, I will. So, hello, Oliver. Hello, welcome. Can I say that your dad is an amazing man? There we go. Stone Family 64. I'm saying you're an amazing man. We have made it to Olivine. Have we? Almost. We've almost made it to Olivine. Spark. There we go. Politoed down, and we should be able to get to Olivine today, and hopefully onto the actual plan that we need to get. In this one, my rival's called World. In the other one, my rival is named after the Dark Times, which we do not try and mention on this channel. I do try and say that we try not to mention the current world environment because it's just too dark. The world is just too dark right now, and we don't need to be talking about it. But I still like to poke fun at it by sometimes naming my rival after the current Dark Times. But I still think the world is a bit dark. I don't need Ashley on the team anymore because it's cool to have Ashley. Ashley is my shiny Ponyta. There was the Gyarados. Yes, but I don't like to mention it. On to the lighthouse. So, Marl the Explorers, what were you streaming? Let me know in the chat what you were streaming, what your stream was about, and how your stream went. Because I want to know. I mean, it's really nice that you guys decided to raid us, and thank you very much for doing that. I would like to know what you were streaming today and how you guys are. Oh no, it's a grass type! No! It's a Bayleaf. I mean, I'm 20 levels above it. I should be fine, but like I'm not gonna do a lot of damage to you, I will admit. I have nothing that deals with you. I should have like changed moves so Lanturn could learn crazy moves to deal with these darn things. Okay, whatever he did, whatever he was streaming, he lost. But what was he streaming? Let me know. Oh, platinum. Hello, Wolfie. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Lanturn versus the world. Oh, that is heartbreaking to get all the way to the Lucian and then lose. That is heartbreaking, honestly. You've made it all that way and it just all to go down there. You don't even get to be battered by Cynthia's Garchomp. I will admit, when we get to platinum in this series, it will take a few episodes for me to deal with Cynthia's Garchomp, unless I get Blizzard. Because then I will be able to do. Oh no, it's a Blissey. And Spark is special in this game, because the physical special move split hasn't happened yet. Oh, don't do this. No, not this, Blissey. Please don't do this. I am going to get my arse whooped by a Blissey. No, come, Blissey, no! Blissey, no! Minimize soft-boiled. Although I am hitting Flail at this moment in time. And you've not gone for a soft-boiled again. Good. Which means there was one more Flail should kill if I can hit. Thank you! Thank you, criminal! I hate Blissey. If Spark was physical, I could deal with him that way and it would be stab. But I am having to rely on Flail to actually deal with this darn thing because, you know, they have all... Oh no, it's another grass type! It's a grass type that's actually doing some damage to me because he stun spored me. Okay, it's not that kind of rap, so we're fine. Oh, come on, criminal! You can do this, criminal. There we go. That's actually kind of a scary Pokemon to face for this challenge. Caesars are scary. If you keep on using false swipe, you'll never be able to kill me. Which is okay for me. I will admit that is okay. There we go. What is this? Oh, it's an ether. Cool. I don't need those now, though. What is this? It's a super repel. No, I don't. I kind of want that. I've won a decent amount of series in my time. I will admit I've won a decent amount of series in my time. And some of some I've got so close to winning. Like last year with Pokemon Sword, I got so close to winning Sword. I just got destroyed by I just got really destroyed by the Charizard. That Gigantamax Charizard absolutely destroyed me. G-Max Wildfire, and of course also G-Max Solar Beam. It's too OP. That Gigantamax Charizard is just too OP. On Leon's team, it is just too OP. I need to pick up strength. Can Lanturn learn strength? No. Lanturn cannot learn strength. Right? No, Lanturn cannot learn strength. Oh. It is such a hard like, honestly, Sword and Shield is a great game. And it's a chow. For those people who say Sword and Shield is an easy game, try Nuzlocking it. It is not easy. I had a lot of fun with that series, but I also had a lot of tear-jerking moments, I will admit. It was not it is a hard series. So, Sword and Shield is not an easy game. Because I've heard people say that Sword and Shield is an easy game, and it's not. And then I've also heard people say Sword and Shield is an easy game, and they worried about the future of Pokemon because Sword and Shield is an easy game. I mean, I will admit that Let's Go is sort of like my first Pokemon game, but that's even hard. That's quite hard too if you're playing in Nuzlocke mode. Yay, I got the secret potion. Which means, in other words, we can now go into the gym and deal with this gym. I shall have to go and get a strength slave out of the box though, because I think this. Yeah, I need to use strength in this gym. I just remembered that. I will need to use strength here. Yeah, it's easy. Okay, it's easier if you're using EXP candies, but I didn't use any of those things. I also banned things like camp and stuff, like Pokemon camp and stuff like that, because I still don't believe in your Pokemon living because of love. I still don't like it. Like, if your Mon, like, if you're supposed to die, you're supposed to die. And so I've never been a fan of Pokemon Ami or Pokemon Refresh or Pokemon Camp, because you can live on like 1 HP when you were supposed to die. You can pull out a crit when you were not supposed to. You can get off of... you can cure paralysis and stuff like that. It's just not right. Yeah, no Pokemon game was truly designed to be Nuzlocked, but it makes it fun. It adds story to it. I mean, one of my favorite people on YouTube, or was one of my favorite people on YouTube, was Mariland. That's because of Mariland. I got into Nuzlocking. I fell in love with the stories that he was telling through his Heart Gold Wedlock and, of course, his Emerald Nuzlocke series. I fell in love with the stories he told through those series, and that made me want to do YouTube back in the day. These days, he's just a Twitch streamer, but those were the days for me. Right, so I need someone who can learn strength. Who can learn... oh yeah, I caught a Electabuzz in between streams as well. Because I wanted to... I needed someone who can learn Flash. I won't need him yet, but there will be a time when I will need it. So that's why I have an Electabuzz ready to go. Can you learn strength? Yes, you can. Okay, there we go. A level 5 Croconaw is helping me. Who is also my cut slave. Actually, I can heal whilst I'm here. Yeah, do a... if you're going to do a series... If you decide to do a Nuzlocke with Sword and Shield, actually do a Nuzlocke. Don't do surprise locks. I say this now because the fact is there's a lot of ban waves going about in the Pokemon community on Sword and Shield, and it's actually kind of scary at this moment in time. So if you find any like Machamp.com mons, be really careful because they get rid of them immediately, because you will get banned for having them. Or any unobtainable shinies, release them, get rid of them, because it's just, you will get banned, your home account will get banned. And if your Switch gets banned, you're not even allowed to go online with it on any game, not just Pokemon, but like it gets banned on all games. There are ones where you just get banned from Pokemon, but there's like I've also heard there are ones where you can get banned from the entire console. So you'd have to get another Switch in that situation, and that's 300 quid. I believe he can learn Whirlpool. I don't know about that. The good thing about Lanturn is he has amazing HP, so we don't have to worry about things like this doing Dragon Rage to me. Die. I mean, there was a day, back in X and Y, I did like Wonder Trade. I loved the Wonder Trade system back in X and Y. And it was fun to do Wonderlocks in X and Y and Sun and Moon. But these days, it's just a place where there's a load of hacked Pokemon about, and it's just not as fun. Like, I mean, I've done, last year we did was it last year or the year before, we did a Wonder Fate Lock of Pokemon Y, and it was one of the most fun series I've done, was that Wonder Fate Lock. By the way, a Fate Lock is like a wedlock, but I fudged it up by doing that. A Fate Lock is like a regular Nuzlocke, but like a wedlock in a way, really, but at the start of every battle, you have to roll a dice to see who your partner is with the Pokemon who's in the lead. There we go. Wahaha, so you've came this far. Let me tell you, I'm tough. My Pokemon will crush stones and shatter bones. Watch this! I'm gonna pick up this rock here and throw it! Are you scared now? No, you've just thrown a rock. That's not really made me scared of you. What? That has nothing to do with Pokemon? That's true. Come on, we should do battle. I point out the hole in your logic and you're like, let's just battle. Really? You have a Paris? I mean, I don't even use Switch Online for Sword and Shield anymore. Literally, the only reason why I use Switch Online is for Animal Crossing at this moment in time. There was a time when I used to do like Dynamax Adventures and stuff like that on Sword and Shield, but now I just use it's just for Animal Crossing. There we go. And a Growlithe? This is the gym I was scared of. I just literally wiped the floor with you. We beat Chuck. Yay! But that was too easy. What TM did I get from you? I think I got TMO. So TMO 1 is conversion 2. Oh, that's awful. You, give me fly. There we go. Now I have fly. I'm sort of hoping that this year we get when later on this year, when it's time, I'm sort of hoping that we get Switch on N64's library finally. After all this time, we just honestly, it needs to happen. We need to get N64's library. For Switch Online. I don't know if we're going to get GameCube or any of the or Wii or anything else, but Nintendo 64's game library would be so good to have. Especially since we're about in about 2 months' time, we're going to lose Mario 64. And if you already have it, you should be fine. But I don't know how it works. Because if you downloaded a game from Game Pass and it gets taken off Game Pass when you have an Xbox, you lose the ability to play that game. Which is why I'm all for physical games. I'm all for the actual we still need physical games in these days. So I'm still all for having cartridges, because there will be a time when an online service will not be available for you to have, and you will lose all of your save files, and that's not cool. It is honestly not cool to lose all of your save files just because. I guess I'll battle you too. Yeah, I have your medicine. Yeah, you can still play the collection if you own it. I don't... Well, depends. Because there are some DS, I would like them to give the Game Boy... I'd like them to take the Game Boy library. From the 3DS. And I'd also like the... I mean, we have the Wii U there. What is... We know the technology in the Wii U is better... well, we know the technology in the Switch is better than the technology in the Wii U. So why can't we use that technology to do something like that? and have like an entire marketplace where we can download games. Why does this not exist? If it did exist, Nintendo would truly be like the Netflix of the gaming market. Alright, Jasmine. It's time. Let's do it, Jasmine. I love you, but you need to give me that gym badge now. Okay, so you start off with Clefairy. Well, as long as you don't minimize on me, I'll be fine. I say it as they minimize on me. But I nail a flail. Bye-bye, Clefairy. Eradicate. And what's your final one? It's another Eradicate! I mean, at least this one's level 39, so it actually is a bit of a threat, but still. I can live that. I mean, I may have used it like once or twice, but like other than that, I have not used the Wii U's browser. It's like I have actual internet. I have internet on my phone if I need anything. I just don't see a reason for why I need to surf. I need to bring out the Wii to surf the net, or the Wii U to surf the net. I mean, there are some things about the Wii U I do like. Like, for example, I like the fact that you can play the Wii U in portable mode. There's a portable mode for the Wii U, so you can just play it. You can play it on the gamepad, so you don't actually have to disturb someone who's maybe watching the TV, for example. I like that. We have dealt with Jasmine. Okay, so I think I'm going to... And also the gamepad could be used as a remote control as well. If you had a compatible TV or a compatible Freeview box, you could use the Wii U gamepad as a remote control. You had to have your Switch on it. You had to have your Wii U on at the same time, but you know, that was another cool feature of the Wii U. Right, I think we'll leave it off here for today, because I only meant to face Chuck and Pryce, and I've ended up facing Jasmine on one of the save copies too. And we're almost ready. So in the next episode, we're going to take on Jasmine in the randomized copy, and we're going to take on Pryce, and we're going to take on Pryce here in the We're going to take on Pryce here. We're going to take on Jasmine in the other copy, and we're going to go and check on Chuck as well. And we might even be able to deal with the radio tower, depending on whether we have time. But I'm going to leave it off here. If you enjoyed today's video... wait, no, this is not a video. This is a stream, Joe. If you enjoyed today's stream, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Join us next week, where we'll be continuing Really? Bugcatcher Annie? Did you really... I'll battle you two next week as well. Anyway, until next time, I'm LanturnJoe. Mean to love Pokemon, get to Lazar.